Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm a little late coming back, later than I said I was in my last video, but the point is I am here. First order of business, the shirt, period. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, then the world will know peace. Black Lives Matter, period. And y'all check the description box because I got this shirt from Ivy Customs and I'm gonna put her information in the description box. So make sure y'all check that out. And as you can see from the title of this video, I'm gonna be talking about the do's and don'ts that the natural hair community on YouTube basically tell you or warn you about. I'm here today to tell you what I followed and what I did not follow, because at the end of the day, stuff that works for other people may not work for you, and you just have to start playing around with your hair to figure out what works best, what you're willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate, how time consuming you want your wash day to be, stuff like that. Like, it's not gonna work for everybody. And this is a twist out. If you watched my last video, I did mini twist. And today is Tuesday. I put my mini twist in 2 weeks ago on Tuesday. So it lasted exactly 2 weeks. And to be honest, I stretched it because I had to redo the perimeter of my hair twice. I didn't like that. But your girl was working out, okay? Not every day. Not every day. But yeah, y'all didn't come here for that. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with what I did not do that a lot of the natural hair community on here recommends for naturals to do. I just either didn't feel like doing it or it just did not work for me. So let's get into it. Sulfate-free shampoo. Now, I do use some lines that have sulfate-free shampoo, like the Jamaican Black Castor Oil line, Shea Moisture has sulfate-free shampoo. I did like Cream of Nature's sulfate-free shampoo, but I have to be honest, I go a while before I wash my hair. Minimum 2 weeks, like, before I wash my hair. A lot of times it's 2.5, 3 weeks whenever I decide to wash my hair again. I just don't have time for it. And so that being said, my scalp is very dirty, and sulfate is like the main ingredient in shampoos that really gets your hair clean. So, I mean, I was washing with Pantene, and the regular Pantene, not the natural hair line, the natural line they have out now. Regular Pantene. Tresemme is my best friend. And some other ones. But yeah, and that's what gets my hair clean. But if you don't, you might not like how it feels because it does strip like the natural oils in your hair and stuff like that. But that's why you use a good conditioner after it. So I'm just saying, how long I go before I wash my hair, and like, my hair is dirty right now, but this twist out is popping, and it's gonna be another week until I wash my hair again. Just saying. Okay, so, you know, do what works best for you. If you're the type of person that washes your hair once a week, then you probably could use sulfate-free shampoos and your hair still be nice and clean, but that's not for me. Number 2, co-washing. Now, when I first started like watching YouTube videos, they were like, do not shampoo your hair every time you wash your hair. And that was just so crazy to me. They were like, you need to shampoo once a month and you need to co-wash in between. So I went and got a co-wash and I didn't like it. And I only tried one and it was Cream of Nature. And that's all it takes for me a lot of times. I'm gonna get better at that, but that usually broke college student, that's all it took for me was trying one line, didn't like it, wasting my money. And like co-wash, a lot of co-wash, I'm saying a lot. That co-wash didn't have suds, right? And I like to see, I'm a visual type of person. I need to see that my hair is getting clean. And with co-washes, it just didn't feel that way. There was no suds. I didn't even know if it was working. And I just didn't like it. When I wash my hair, I'm washing my hair to cleanse it. And I need to see, I need to be confident that it's getting cleansed. So again, co-washes may work for you if you're the type of person that likes to wash your hair once a week. Co-washes may work for you. I don't do that. I don't have time for that. I don't do it. So co-washes do not work for me. When it's time to wash my hair, I'm using whatever shampoo I feel like it. It's usually one that has sulfate in it because my hair is dirty. Number 3, deep conditioning. Now, when I first started going natural, I was like, oh, I have to keep deep condition every time I wash my hair. And then I got tired, like, honestly, and people don't think that I am, but I really am a lazy natural, like, I really don't do much. So, yeah, I stopped because it was taking too much of my time. I don't like sitting around the house with wet hair. I don't like it. So, I would deep condition when I feel like it, and that is sometimes going months without deep conditioning my hair, and as long as I put in a good conditioner after I shampooed and I put in a leave-in conditioner when it was time to style my hair, then I really didn't see a big difference. Now, when I colored my hair, anytime I had color in my hair, especially if it was bleach, and it really not even if it wasn't bleach, anytime I had color in my hair, I made sure to deep condition. I will say that. So, because like color already, we're not gonna get into color on this video. That's a whole nother video. But I made sure to deep condition my hair when it was colored. Now that you need to do. Bleached hair, you need to deep condition that. I will say that. If your hair is natural, I really don't have much color in my hair anymore. I don't be deep conditioning. I just don't. Finger detangling. Don't nobody got time for that. Literally, I hated finger detangling. They was like, you need to finger detangle your hair. And I'm saying I'm talking about like a lot of the videos that I watched when I first went natural. And not even when I first went natural, because I continuously watched YouTube videos on natural hair. I don't have time to sit in the shower and finger detangle my hair to get all these tangles out. I do not have time for it. I told y'all in one of my first videos, I'll be going ham on my hair. That's why my Detangle brush looks the way it does. But I will say, like, if you don't like all your hair falling out, and not falling out, but like, if you don't appreciate a lot of shedding and stuff like that, then finger detangle your hair. If that works for you, great. Um, but I just don't have time for that. And the detangler brush that I use now, I'll put that in the description box. I think it works great. And I think when it comes to like detangling your hair in the shower when you have the conditioner in, I would prefer using the detangler brush over the Denman brush. So yeah, number 5, trimming my ends regularly. Now, this is controversial because not everybody said trim your ends, but some people did. And it's really, I don't know, it's just what works for you. Like, I would make sure to trim my ends every 6 months. So it'd be like once at the beginning of the summer and then again in like December. And those were the times that I chose to trim my hair because those were the times that I chose to flat iron my hair. That's when I would go to the stylist to flat iron my hair twice a year. So that's when I would get my ends trimmed. And that's really it. Like, that's it. And if I notice like I have um breakage or damage like y'all saw in my last video when I first colored my hair and I washed it for the first time and my ends were straight. Yes, I sat in the mirror and I cut away. But other than that, like when I didn't have color, I would just trim my ends every 6 months and it was fine, honestly. Like I would go to the stylist and she'd be like, I'm sorry, because she'd be pulling my hair. She'd be like, it would be so much better if you trim your ends. And I'm just like, I don't have time for that. Like, basically saying I wouldn't have to pull your scalp out while I'm blow drying your hair if you would trim your ends. And I'm like, she trim them, they be back healthy. We go through the same process when I come back 6 months later. Last thing I did not do was rinse with cold water. I just don't like cold water, period. And then I found out that I have low porosity hair and basically low porosity. You know, if you have low porosity hair, if when you go to put water on your hair, the water just sits on top of your hair. That's how you know if you have low porosity hair. If it takes a while for water to permeate or anything to permeate inside of your hair, then you have low porosity hair. So I found out that me not rinsing with cold water was good for my type of hair anyway, because that would just close the pores. And then when it was time to style my hair and put the leave-in conditioner and the cream and everything else, um, it would have been a hassle if I was washing with cold water. So you want your pores to remain open, my girls with low porosity hair. You want your pores to remain open so that when it's time to style, you know, it can get into your hair much better. So I wasn't going to do that anyway because I'm not trying to be uncomfortable. I don't like cold water. Okay, moving on to the things that I did follow. Number 1, low manipulation. Yes, I followed that. I should get a gold star for following that because I did. And low manipulation, as in the style that I did in my last video, or just a regular twist out that can last a week. You just don't want to be playing in your hair, like touching your hair, putting all that oil into your hair. Low manipulation makes the hair grow. I believe that. I believe it. Um, if you the type of person that you don't like a style and you gotta go wash your hair and redo it, like, no, that's not good for your hair. Just throw it up in a bun. You'll be fine. Low manipulation. Okay? Sometimes my low manipulation is very bad for my hair because my hair will be in a bun for 2 weeks and it'll be dry as hell. I ain't took it out that bun whole 2 weeks. Don't do that. But just find styles that can last, right? That you're not putting all kind of product into your hair, your hands in your hair all the time. You don't want to do that too often. Low manipulation is the way to go. Number 2, protective styles. Now, I'm gonna do a whole video on like my natural hair journey. I'm gonna do that eventually. Um, but when I first went natural, when I was transitioning, sew-ins and braids. You saw Aysha, she had a sew-in or she had braids. And that was transitioning plus like my first year or two natural. Listen, when your hair is sitting in them braids under a sew-in, it's going to grow. Like it's because it's low manipulation. It's not being touched, y'all. It's growing. And then I'd make sure to, still wash my hair with shampoo and conditioner while it's in the sew-in to make sure, it wasn't just sitting in dirt the whole time. And it was fine. Braids, same thing. Your hair is not being touched. It's low manipulation plus protective styling. And I found that just doing sew-ins, constantly putting braids in my hair was growing out the wazoo, like out the wazoo. No, for real. My first year natural, my hair grew crazy. Okay. Section your hair when washing. My type 4 girls, section your hair. It'll make your life easier. 4 sections, 2 up here, 2 back here. I usually shampoo each section and then I go back and condition each section. Sometimes I shampoo and condition each section, shampoo and condition, but whatever works for you, find what works for you. But I promise you, sectioning your hair, you're just gonna make sure that you actually get all the gunk out and that the the product is put on every strand of hair. Like you want to make sure you get all of your hair. With us type 4 hair girls, it's just better. Type 4 low porosity, it's just better to section your hair. Loc method, that is something that I did faithfully. I can't even lie. That's the leave-in conditioner, oil, cream. That's the Loc method. Or the LCO method is leave-in, cream, and then oil. Whichever one works for you. Honestly, I can't even tell you the difference that I found in doing the Loc or the LCO. Sometimes when I'm sometimes when I'm doing my hair, I forget which one I'm doing anyway, and I be doing it all kind of different ways. The hair still comes out perfectly fine. So I think with the Loc method, it depends on when you want your oil added. The one I mainly do is LCO because they say oil like locks in the moisture. So I wait sometimes to put the oil at the end so it can lock in the moisture of the rest of the product. I did that faithfully. Every single wash day, I made sure that I had my leave-in conditioner, my cream, and my oil. I don't know if that's what made my hair grow, made my hair nice and healthy, but I did it. Okay. Number 5, that Denman brush. y'all better go get that dimming brush. I'm gonna put it in the description box like I do all the time. Y'all better go. Listen, you complain about your hair on wash day. Sometimes you just need the right tools. Sometimes you just using the wrong stuff. If you don't have a dimming brush, get it. And then come back here and say thank you. I'm just playing. But not for real. And while you at it, get that detangler brush too. I'm telling you. Jamaican black castor oil. It was a point in time where people were raving about this stuff. And I followed it. I was like, let me go see what this is all about. So y'all know I love the Shea Moisture Jamaican black castor oil line. But I also got that like actual Jamaican black castor oil, and I was using that for a while instead of olive oil, which is what I use now. But I'd rather Jamaican black castor oil within my products instead of using it as an oil by itself because it's so thick. It's a very thick oil, and I just did not like the way it felt on my hair. And they say JBCO, it promotes growth and um, it helps with damaged hair. And I think it does, low key. I really think it does. That line has never failed me. Some people may not like it. It worked for my hair. And I will say castor oil, it did like have my hair feeling very healthy. I just did not like the actual feeling of the oil by itself because it's so thick. But mixing it in with other products, I found that it worked for me. I'd rather olive oil. I don't even know. It's just something about olive oil and my hair. It's just like olive oil, hair, they become one. It's magical. It works for me. And that is it. So those are my 6 things that I did follow and the 6 things that I did not. Now, like I said, you have to find out what works for you, honestly. And I told you, it's about time commitment. It's about what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, how many times you wash your hair. If you're doing it weekly, bi-weekly, never, like me. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. And the main thing I want to try to get out of this video is anytime you see a video that says you must do this, no, don't listen to it because that's not your hair. And even if you watching a video and y'all have the same hair type, so you think, it still might not work for you. And just your lifestyle and how you choose to manage your hair, what they're doing just might not work for y'all. So yeah, I hope that maybe hopefully from this video you can take tips that I've learned, that I do, see if they work for you. If they don't, if some of the must-dos that I did follow and you follow them and they don't work for you, then that's a must-don't for you. It means you don't follow it, and if it works for you, like, Aysha didn't do this, but I'm doing it now and it's working for me. Great. This is my experience. I'm just trying to help, so yeah. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I forgot to apologize for this loud room, even though I love my room. This is my room at my mom's house. If y'all could see the back, what this wall that I'm looking at looks like, y'all be like, Aysha, what were you?